If there is one thing we can expect in 2024, it's that Manchester City would have spent a ton of money. Since the City Blues were taken over in 2008, they have spent over 1 billion. That's right, get your head over that. Over 1 billion on transfers. City's team in 2008 was pretty horrendous, I will admit. They finished 10th in the division with the likes of Tel Ben-Haim, Craig Bellamy, that guy Joe, and Valery Bojnov. Only Vincent Kompany has survived the huge turnover in players, and he's not exactly the focal point anymore. So, moving forward another 8 seasons, we end up in 2024. Well, it should have been 2025, but have you ever tried simulating a game for that long? It takes bloody ages. Here you have it, Manchester City's team in 2024 according to FM17. Who survives from the current crop and what mega money signings have they brought in? Ooh, I hope it's John Joe Shelby. Starting in goal we have Geronimo Rulli. Now at first you're probably thinking, who? But this one does make a bit of sense. Rulli signed for City back in 2016 from the Uruguayan league. He was instantly loaned out to Real Sociedad and then signed for the Spanish side at the end of that season. Basically, the citizens spent 4 million just because, well, they can. On FM, however, Rulli moved to Everton for 9 million and proved his former employees that he was actually quality. So what does City do? They spent 24 million just to bring him back. You know, because they can. What is money anyway? In defence, there is a tasty back three of Aymeric Laporte, Wilfred Ndidi and Jonathan Tah. Thank you very much. Ndidi is that Nigerian centre-back who plays for Leicester City in real life. He cost the Foxes 17 million, so FM has just followed up on that, valuing the now 27-year-old at 35 million. He's very good on the ball with confidence and composure, just what Pep loves from his defenders, so you never know, this could one day happen. Then again, it could also really not. To his right is young athletic Bilbao centre-back Laporte. He is one of Europe's hottest prospects when it comes to defenders at the moment, and City, along with Chelsea, have already been rumoured with interest in the Frenchman. He moved to City in what would be this season, and for a whopping 56 million. With an average rating of 7.8 though, he definitely looks worth it. Finishing off the back three then, it's Jonathan Tah. Again, a golden boy at the moment, Tah runs out for Leverkusen and is likely to feature strongly in the German national side in the years to come, having ran out for every one of their youth sides. He's one of the best defenders on the world too. Valued at 42 million, he's 28 years old and has stats like 16 tackling, 16 marking, the same for positioning and composure, with 19 strength, 18 jumping and 17 pace. You're probably thinking, yeah, not a bad back three. Wait until you see the midfield. A trio again, this time De Bruyne holding with what I have effectively nicknamed the A-Team, Dele Alli and Marco Asensio. De Bruyne is now 33 on the game and it's easy to see how he is wound up in the deep playing midfielder role. Obviously he won't guard the defence like a Makelele or Kante or whoever it is that is the version of that game in 2024, but you would imagine City never actually lose the ball with these three in midfield. The Belgian architect has been the leading man for assists at the City of Manchester Stadium, always notching double figures, and just look at that in the 2021 campaign, 18 assists. Ali is in front of De Bruyne, providing that complete midfield cover that you want in any starting 11. There isn't a single blip in his stats, the lowest score coming for corners, free kicks and long throws, which is fine, just get someone else to take them. Tottenham fans look away though. According to Football Manager 2017, it's in 2020-21 when he leaves White Hart Lane for the Premier League rivals. Although you did get a little cash for the trouble, 108 million in total. Ali also has a remarkable England record with 106 caps and 43 goals. On £300,000 a week though, he sits among an elite table of players who earn that much. Next to Ali is Asensio, and he joined from Madrid not long ago, having done what most Real Madrid players do, and that's flirt in and out of the team without really becoming part of the furniture. Offering 18 dribbling and 18 first touch. Ooh, with 18 technique and 17 vision, Asensio looks like a handy player to have there in the middle, sort of taking over from David Silva, bringing in Spain's quick feet and tiki-taka flamboyancy. The attacking trio is equally as mouth-watering, Gabriel Jesus the other player among De Bruyne remaining in the team, with Kingsley Coman and Ousmane Dembele rounding it off. Not much to say about Jesus then, other than he is the Messiah of course. He has brilliant stats, although there are no attributes in the 19 or 20s, which is likely to be the reason he's absent from the Ballon d'Or shortlist. After Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo's dominance, which doesn't end until 2021 by the way, the nominees come more in the form of Dybala, Neymar, and in fact Bernardo Silva, who is on the bench for this team. Gabriel Jesus, good, just not one of the best in the world. Ousmane Dembele looks like he's playing as a sort of second striker and could actually be the weakest link in the team. His stats don't develop enough across the board, with 10 balance, 8 jumping, 7 heading and positioning, and even just a 9 for teamwork. He hasn't really done much for City in his 4 seasons either, just 1 assist over that time and a handful of goals. You hear that, Dembele? You Likewise, Koeman is only really just coming into his own, having moved from Bayern to PSG, then City in 2022, according to FM. He's racked up a huge sum of 158 million for all his wheelings and dealings, but he is another player who you could easily say, yeah, I could picture him in a City shirt one day. Finally, leading the line and looking to fill Aguero's huge shoes, it's Inaki Williams. Now, he hasn't actually played many games on this, presumably some hotshot fake player gets the nod instead. In reality though, he is another closely watched European youngster and is renowned for his blistering pace, playing more out wide than he is an out and out striker. Liverpool are rumoured to be interested in his services, which means playing football then, by the way, not sure why that phrase is ever used. Anyway, it's likely Williams would need to prove himself at another club before City came in for the foul swoop. Here's the team again in full, take it in and please leave a comment telling us what you think. Personally, I think it looks pretty damn amazing. They've got almost all the next generation of superstars with a cultured De Bruyne in there and also a reliable Gabriel Jesus. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're into your sports gaming content. There's plenty more where that came from. HITC Top Corner Gaming.